The planet Earth is a fascinating thing. It has marveled us human beings since the beginning of time, where discoveries and technologies started being invented to search the planet, to find anything that can tell us what happened in the past or what we can predict can happen in the future. Due to populating the world in all parts of the globe, we have discovered many things. One major concern is what will happen. The air, water, temperatures, anything that evaporates into our biospheres has had a dramatic effect on environments, animals, and us. Climate change has always been a factor that describes a lot of problems the Earth is having trying to contain and preserve us organisms and the environments we live in. The effects of climate change are temperature rising and declining, adaptation leading to more fumes, vast infrastructure and greenhouse gases are all the human effects. The things we do not just affect us but the world. It is a ripple effect. In most of these situations, one happens, others follow. The Iberian lynx is being affected by climate change, and experts say that the species will eradicate within the next 50 years. Conservation programs have been placed to save the last remaining few, though climate change is the biggest risk to this big cat. Since climate change is such a controversial topic, some believe in facts while others are fighting the inevitable. The rise in sea temperatures have led to shoreline erosion, storm surges, and sea level rises. Due to the inventions to better the lives of humans, we have created something that destroys the air quality, forest environments, suitable bacteria, and also making an impact on and endangering animal species. More consequences which people are not informed about. Global mean surface temperatures in 1998, 2005, and 2007 stood the highest in temperatures recorded by far. What we've acknowledged, scientists, is that every day people do not come across climologists, but they do come across meteorologists. This is proving that one person has seen what the media and scientists can do to the minds of one average person who watches television. The climate is constantly changing. Global climate change is a weather configurations in a long-term span that acknowledges all communities around the world. Climate change affects a lot of parts of our lives in the future and present. This sustainable issue will most likely always affect us due to having such a large population. Ice is melting worldwide, especially at the Earth's poles, including mountain glaciers and ice sheets in Antarctica and Greenland. Animal species that are getting most affected by climate change and global warming are the species that live in the Arctic region. The Arctic's top predator, the polar bear, is affected by both the reduction in sea ice and primary food. These aspects lead to climate change of the decreasing sea ice or pack ice that the polar bears hunt their primary source of food, seal. Also, the decrease of stable ice ledges that are sometimes miles away can lead to the overexertion of the polar bears and sea mammals that depend on that structure to sleep, hunt, and rest. Even with these examples, marine animals in marine protected areas are increasing without hurting the fisheries. A lot of concern about protected areas is that there will be a decline in fishery catchments. They have proven there is not. Another endangered species that was mentioned earlier was the Iberian lynx. These Iberian Peninsula residents have come down a lot in number and are said to be the most endangered cat in the world, with only 150 in the wild. Conservation programs believe that they will make a substantial recovery, but not anytime soon. Climate change became an issue with these species when the main food source, rabbit, was declining at a fast rate due to diseases, leaving the lynx with a not a stable diet. However, after careful conservation programs, the Iberian lynx was brought back from near extinction. This, though, cannot be said for some of the other Arctic or endangered marine or terrestrial animals that depend on their climate, either water or land, to survive. Most of the impact is placed on the marine animals because of their environmental vulnerability in the water. The temperature rising is scientifically proven a fact of climate change. Climate change needs to be taken seriously, even though some think we all will be fine. These graphs, figure 1 and figure 2, show that all is not what it seems. In scientific facts, there is something going on with the Earth. Scientists call it climate change, others simply don't know. The rise in sea levels from 1870 to the predicted 2100 are ones that will affect the islands that are below that peak. It will have detrimental effects to the land surface areas, leading to more problems. The global surface temperature from the year 1880 to the records of 2000 onwards have been constantly going up. This presents detrimental effects with all living animals, including us. Our bodies can only handle a certain level of temperature. Like glaciers, we'll all start falling. In America, the North Atlantic right whale is the most endangered whale due to the warming waters, less plankton to feed on, and due to the climate fluctuations are becoming regular, which is increasing mortality. This is all due to climate change. In Asia, there are only 8 species. The orangutan is being affected greatly by the pressures of climate change. The increased numbers of droughts, bushfires in the already logged forests are leading the ape to the risk of extinction within a few decades. In India, the Sumatran tiger species are estimated to only 3,200 in the wild. Due to the ever-long poaching, the loss of their habitat and the depletion of the tiger's natural prey is having severe impacts. Also, the projected rise in sea levels could cause these living spaces of the tiger to vanish altogether. Climate change to me, and I don't think only me, is a very big concern because of not only the scientific facts behind it, but the change in the environment, the extremely hot summers and the freezing cold winters, or vice versa. The Earth can only change so much before something tragic will happen when this climate dramatically changes for the worse. The effect of this not only on humans, but the animal kingdom is at a great capacity. That mammals, marine, and other organisms are being pushed to great lengths. Once something is extinct, it's gone indefinitely. We need to alter to be able to sustain our Earth.